the home for all your Yankees news, updates, live streams, and play-by-plays. This is Max Coverage TV, and this show starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants and news and needs, and most importantly, live streams here for your Yankees off-season news. And if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you love the Yankees as much as I do and as much as everybody in this community does, smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell. We are 5 subs away until 9,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. If you are in the chat live in full effect, thank you for being here. We got one member, and that is my guy, Savius. The pre-live crew is what I like to call y'all. So, Savius, you are an elite member today. Thank you for being here. MJR Sports Cards, good to see you. Good to see you all, guys. It is Friday. Happy Friday. The weekend is here. Put your hands in the air. The last weekend before the season begins, essentially. Hope you all have a fun weekend ahead. Hope it's full of memories, full of greatness, full of great... Just have fun. That's what I hope you guys are going to have this weekend. He says, love the headline. Please give us all the gas. I think he means. Yeah, I got some gas for you, bro. I got some good news for us. Gus, what's going on, Gus? FJE's in the chat. We got Ron, my guy. How you doing, Ron? Good to see you, man. Mario in the building. Oh, we have Miss Sydney in the house. Yeah. How you doing? So we're still going to do it. The main thing that I was going to do today was talk about the Brian Cashman interview, but I have, you got gossip. I got you. Give us the gossip. I got you, MJR. Yeah, like I was going to talk about Brian Cashman mainly today, but I'm doing my research. You know, I'm looking at some articles, and we have an update with Nolan Arenado. A big update. This should make a lot of people happy, right? But as you see what the title says on the video, the Cardinals and the Yankees have reengaged in talks surrounding Nolan Arenado. We're not the only team though. The Red Sox, of course, have been in on Arenado for the longest, and here is what I'm talking about right here. This is from SNY, and I will bring up the article that really gets into it in a second here. But the Yankees are reportedly among the 3 teams the Cardinals re-engaged with in potential Nolan Arenado deal. So, those 3 teams, Red Sox, Yankees, Dodgers. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Arenado better be dirt cheap if we get him. Dude's bat speed is slow. That's the thing. The contract is what's stopping all this from happening. The Yankees have told the Cardinals they wanted the Cardinals to take on some of that money, and I think he's due $64 million in the next 3 seasons. He's making 21 this year. So that's the thing. The Yankees want the Cardinals to take on some of that contract in order for them to move him. Cardinals don't want to take on the money that the Yankees want, but things can change, you know, now that they're renegotiating and all that stuff. What's up, my guy, Cadzilla? It's so nice out, dude. It's a beautiful day out today, bro. It's a beautiful day out today. I'm good, man. Thanks for asking, Jake. There's actually a video out there showing his bat speed is still very good. I'll bring it up here in a second, too. Well, his bat speed was in the 28th percentile last season. So, not the fastest like Jake was saying, but not the slowest either. I mean, no, I think one of the slowest bat speeds was Alex Verdugo last year. Siciliano, how you doing, bro? Let's go get Arenado. Screw the Dodgers. They don't have enough. Jeez, greedy bastards. How you doing? I'm great, bro. How you doing, man? Dodgers are still gonna go and do their thing. They're not. It seems like they're not done. But no matter what, Arenado is better than DJ. He's better than Cabrera. He's better than Peraza. So say what you want, but this guy is better than anybody that we have on the roster right now for third base. It's just that simple. So here's the full I'll bring it up. I'll make it bigger here so we can read it. But this is from last night, around 11:15 p.m. The Yankees are still in the market for an infielder, and Nolan Arenado remains a potential target. This is reported by John Denton from MLB.com. So, right there, this is what I like to do. I'm not out here spitting out BS. I'm not doing all that. I'm giving you the cold hard proof. This is from John Denton from MLB.com. Okay? He reports that the Cardinals have re-engaged with the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Dodgers about a possible restructured deal for Arenado. Denton added that the Cardinals and the Red Sox have spoken in recent days, which I figured that's what's happening. The Red Sox are probably the number one team, and that's another reason why the Yankees should go after Arenado if that's the case. The Yankees can steal Arenado away from the Red Sox, and they can better their own third base position. So that's two birds with one stone right there if you want to go out there Arenado. Now, Bregman's still out there, of course, so I personally said it the other day. I thought the St. Louis Cardinals are waiting on Bregman to sign somewhere before they trade Arenado, but things could definitely be changing by the day. Let's see. Denton notes that in earlier talks, St. Louis refused to pay as much as $20 million towards Arenado's remaining $64 million contract. That sticking point broke down talks in early January, but now the Cardinals are looking to negotiate further. So that's a big. If you want to read this article, this last sentence right here is what kind of made me feel a little bit better about the Yankees' chances, right? St. Louis refused to pay as much as $20 million. That's what the Yankees wanted them to pay. They wanted the Cardinals to take on that $20 million, so it would be a $44 million contract for the Yankees, essentially. But the Cardinals are now looking to negotiate further. So they're back. They're back trying to talk to teams about it. A new kind of war. The Yankees are at their best when every position is occupied by a borderline star. I'm with you. And then also, I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best, defensive third baseman in the game. Period. Arenado is still a very good player defensively. And, you know, if you look at his stats, this is from last season, he hit .272 with a .719 OPS, a .394 slug, a .325 on-base percentage, which is all down from his career stats. You know, a career .285 hitter, a career .857 OPS hitter, a .515 slugger, but he's not. I don't think we'll see numbers like that. But this guy will be a huge upgrade defensively, no doubt about it. And no matter what, I still think he's better than anybody on our roster as we speak today. He doesn't strike out, 14.5% strikeout rate. So we'll see what happens. What's up, John? How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Frank in the chat. Good to see you as well. John the Beagle Dad. Shout out to everyone in the building. Hit that like button. Smash that like button for me. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, yeah. Hell of a lot better than DJ. You're right, Jake. If it was me, then if they don't want to eat as much, then see if they will give up Jojo Romero along with Arenado. Yeah, maybe they take on Stroman as well. Graham. So, we'll see. It would make sense if they don't want to eat too much contract up, might as well take Stroman and get a pitcher for it. You know what I'm saying? Barry in the chat. What do you give up for him? Will they take Stroman and some other prospects like Peraza? I could see that, Barry. I could definitely see Peraza, Stroman, and maybe one other prospect. Well, it depends on if the Cardinals take on, like, say they take $20 million of that contract, it might only be two players. But Arenado is the best third base in the league, period. Yeah, Graham. I mean, defensively, he's a 10-time Gold Glove winner. He's a 10-time Gold Glove winner, man. I know it makes sense for the Red Sox to go after him as well. The Red Sox need some righties in the lineup, and they've been eyeballing Bregman and Arenado pretty much the whole entire offseason. But like I say, if the Yankees have a shot to get Arenado and they block Arenado from going to Boston, that's a win-win, man. That's a win-win. What's up, Kid or Kid? Says I'm rolling with Nolan. Hey, he would be an upgrade no matter where. Bregman, I can see, is a pipe dream. Yeah, Bregman's more of a pipe dream, John, because he wants 6 to 7 years. He wants 6 to 7 years, and he's not willing to take a short-term deal. And the thing about Arenado, he's only on a 3-year deal. So that's what I would be willing to give Bregman, a 3 or 4 year deal. And if you give Arenado, like, he's 33 years old, but I still think he's night and day better than anybody on our team. So that would be a upgrade no matter what. What up, Ken? How you doing, bro? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How you feeling? I played around with a trade for Arenado. What'd you come up with, Graham? What trade did you come up with? What kind of hitter is he? Well, he once was a 30 home run hitter. The last 2 seasons, he had 26 home runs, 16 home runs. He batted 266 in 2023 and 272 in last season. Which is, I mean, 272. You put that in our lineup last year. That's one of the best batting averages in our lineup at 272. What's up, D-Rod? How you feeling, man? Happy Friday to you. Yeah, he has 730 home run, 100 RBI season. He's a Hall of Famer. Arenado is going to be a Hall of Famer. What happened to the 300 hitter? They don't exist no more? Not really, Savius. Not really. Arenado doesn't make sense for Boston. It really doesn't. It blocks players, and also you have a 10-time Gold Glove at second and a crap face of the franchise at third. Yeah, you talking about Devers? Arenado will hit 20-plus homers and hit 280 in New York. Trust me, since they built all the stuff around Busch, it sucks to hit there. The air is dead. Says you mama. How you feeling? So good point. I mean, some people have already alluded to Busch Stadium being a difficult stadium to hit. So he hit 300 in Busch Stadium last season. Like, Arenado hit 307 at home last year with a 364 on base and a 433 slug. So he actually hit better at home than he did on the road. What's up, Tiffany? How you doing? Argo says LeMahieu, Stroman, and Will Warren for Arenado. I doubt they take DJ, man. But if they're willing to, hell yeah. I'll take that deal all day. Who says no? It might be Cardinals. Damien says, I'm a Cardinals fan. Please, please, please take Nato off our hands. We need to move on. I mean, it just seems like it would be a weird marriage if Arenado stays with the Cardinals for opening day. You know, all the talks that has been going on throughout the whole offseason. It's a little, you know, for his sake and for the Cardinals' sake, it would be weird for him to stay on that team come opening day. You know, the Yankees are one of the 3 teams that they're talking to right now. What's up, Action VJ? Good to see you, bro. Boris is full of crap. If Bregman had 1 6-year offer, he'd already be signed. I don't think he has a 6-year offer. Yeah, Ken, I heard he has 2 offers on the table for 6 years. Either they're full of crap or he still doesn't like the contract, which is insane because, you know, we're coming down to a couple of days now before pitchers and catchers start reporting. Cardinals are going to suck for the next 3 to 5 years. It seems like they're rebuilding now. If Arenado hits camp with the Cardinals, it'll be fugly. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, Jake. It would be. Yeah, I'm sure no one wants DJ. No one's going to take DJ LeMahieu's contract. They won't take Stroman. They say half the locker room hates him from his time with the Cubs. Damn. That's harsh. Stroman, Peraza, and Gomez for Arenado and Romero. However, if it takes salvage to get the deal done, then I'd do it. So you would do... I mean, I would probably do it too, honestly, Graham. To be honest with you. I'd at least check in with the Orioles and see if they'd take Westberg. They have a plethora of MLB-ready infielders. I doubt that Baltimore would trade for the Yankees, man. I doubt those two would trade with each other. But then again, the Yankees and Red Sox traded, last offseason. So would it be any different with Stroman? You talking about if he stays here? It probably. I mean, I said the same thing, Ken. I think Stroman and the Yankees relationship is broken. That I would feel the same way with Stroman playing for us on opening day. It would be weird. He probably has a sour taste in his mouth after all the talks throughout the whole off season. Yeah, Graham, they definitely would. They definitely would. So, it's any news is good news when it comes to a third base, right? That's where we are right now. Yohan Moncada signed with the Angels last night. In case you missed the news, I dropped a short. He's off the table now, so it's slim pickings, man. We have Bregman or Jose Iglesias and Kike Hernandez. That's on the free agent market. Those three. And then you have Arenado. So there's 4 options out there. Or they're going in-house. What's up, Yankee Kyle? How you doing, man? How you feeling? Shout out to everyone in the building. They have talking crap about Stro all off season. I know. Oh, and Brendan Rodgers. I'm not gonna talk about him, bro. Yeah, that's a really ugly move. We go with Brendan Rodgers. Kike is only a bench piece. Stu batted like 229. Yeah, I know. Starting wise, it would probably be only 2 options for me, man. It would be Bregman or Arenado. So it would be those 2 for me. If you want to go get a starting third baseman, those are the 2 options for me. Kike would be a great bench piece, though. He would be a fantastic bench piece. What up, Alex? Happy I made the live. Was thinking about what you said yesterday. What's the numbers, signs we need to see if we go in the house? Hopefully we get someone, though. If we go in house, man, it's going to be DJ, Peraza, Cabrera with Vivas as a 4th option for spring. But that would be our options for third base, Alex. But now the Yankees are... Thanks for tuning in, but if you missed it, the Yankees and the Cardinals are re-engaged in talks for Nolan Arenado. So I would take him over any of those guys, honestly, man. I'm glad you're here, though, buddy. I don't think Stroman has exactly helped his own case with the Yankees. I mean, he hasn't really said much. The only thing he's really done was unfollow us on social media and stuff like that, but he could have came out and, been an a-hole or something like that. Arias would cost way more than Arenado, and his defense sucks, like, big time. Yeah, Luis Arias, I think that ship has sailed. I think second base is pretty much filled. They could still do it and have Jazz play third, but I think it makes more sense if you go third base and move Jazz back to where he's, originally played, which is second base. So that's one thing I was saying. I was harping on the Yankees doing this, was getting guys and putting them in the correct position. Last season, we had a lot of guys that were in their secondary positions or in positions that they've never played, like Jazz. Jazz never played third base in his life until last year. So, cruise control, all about how much money the Cardinals will eat. Yep. And I'll bring it up again. In case anybody is just tuning in. But here's the quote from John Denton. That's what you want to read right there. Cardinals are re-engaged with the Red Sox, Dodgers, and the Yankees about a restructured deal for Arenado. Yankees want, St. Louis refused to pay as much as $20 million towards Arenado's remaining $64 million. What's up, Cadiza? What do you think of my Arenado deal? The Cardinals would receive Yorbit, Vivas, Marcus Stroman. I would send them. Yeah, I would definitely do that trade. If they're willing to take Stroman, which I don't know if they are or not, but I liked Ha-Sung Kim too, but he's going to be out till like June. I've heard like early June. But the Rays got him on a 2-year deal, and he actually made more AAV than I thought Kim would make. So good for him. Good for him coming off shoulder surgery. Hopefully he does well. But that was another name that I personally would have liked to see too. He would be a nice leadoff hitter too. Hey Cruz, did you hear about the? I heard about Ipe. Yeah, he's facing 5 years in prison now. I'd take the better hitter over the better fielder any day. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one because we saw how bad this infield defense was last season. We saw how bad this defense was. It cost us a lot of games, it seemed like. So if they get Arenado or Bregman, like, look how better our infield defense is going to be this upcoming year. Just imagine that. It's going to be way better. Way better than last. Just so everyone knows, DJ cannot be traded without his consent. He's got he's got the 10-5 rule. Yep. He's on a limited no trade clause, John. So good pointing that one out. But no one's going to even take DJ LeMahieu. It's not even a point to talking about trading LeMahieu. No one's going to take him. Arise does not really hit the Yankee profile. He really doesn't. Arise would be a fantastic player too. I mean, his bat would be awesome in this lineup, and we would have a leadoff hitter. But I think that ship has sailed. I've already said I think that ship has sailed with Luis Arise. And any news is good news, and we have some news here. I already said, man, it's getting down to the nitty gritty. We are 13 days away until spring training games. We're 14 days until Yankee baseball is back. 14 days. We're 2 weeks away, man. 2 weeks. So the options are slim. Yeah, it's impressive too. 3-time batting champion, and he did it with 3 different teams. That's pretty insane. DJ is on this team until Cashman decides to DFA him. I agree, Ron. Which could happen next year. They could eat the $15 million because he still owed $30 million. 15 this year and 15 next year. So they might swallow the bullet and DFA him next year. I don't think they'll do it this year though. Yeah, DJ's not a bad guy off the bench. I mean, he's definitely not an everyday player. I don't want the Yankees to go into spring training, which they probably will unless we have some kind of move being made here in the next couple of days or so, and saying DJ LeMahieu is, for right now, our third baseman. I don't want that to happen. Graham says, Max, Yankees like players to have at least some pop in their bat, and Arise doesn't have that at all. Yeah, he knows how to get on base, but usually it's singles. He's not the quickest either. He doesn't really have the speed, but he's still a fantastic hitter, man. One of the best hitters in baseball. Rolling with J Money in the house. When does DJ's contract come off the books? He's under contract for 2 more years, so it'll be this year and next year, and then he's off the books in 2027. So he's making 15 this year and next year. MJR says, can we borrow some of the old sticky stuff and put some in Judge's glove? That we should be straight. Man, that was we'll never see that happen from Judge again, dropping that fly ball, man. That was just a one-off. I guarantee you we'll never see that happen again with Judge. Mac in the chat, wish Cashman would swoop down and get Bregman. I will like Arenado, but he'll be 34 on April 16th. Yeah, he's that's why if you take him, you would have to have him for 3 years. But Bregman, he wants 7 years, bro. That's the thing about Alex Bregman right now. He wants 6 or 7 years. So I don't know which route would you much rather have, Mac? Would you much rather have Arenado for 3 years, going on 37 at that final year, or would you much rather have Bregman for 6 or 7 years and have another long-term contract on your books? From what I know, the Yankees are not done making moves. Yeah, they might not be done, especially with this news coming out. We got my guy to Ace Avenue in the chat saying, "Chia, how you doing, bro? What you up to today, man? What you up to?" Ace said, "Arnad, no, Arnado, I don't even know. Arnad, no," says Ace. Bring me Bregman. Bregman has two 6-year offers on the table, but he wants a higher AAV than he made last year. Well, yeah, he might be over forcing his hand there. You know, he wants 6 or 7 years, and you won one hand and crap in the other one. See what fills up first, Alex Bregman. That's what I always got told. You know, you can't get everything you want. Maybe he does. Maybe he gets 7 years from a team worth 200 plus mil. I don't see that happening, but there's no way the Yankees will hand out another long-term. Yeah, they're not. They're, like I said, if Bregman's down to do a 3-year with opt-outs, sign me up, but it seems like that's not what he wants. I'll take Arenado, but I wish Yankees could restructure Bregman's deal. I mean, they can negotiate any deal they want with Bregman. He's a free agent. It's just what he would want. And right now, that's what I've been hearing is he wants 6 or 7 years. Andrew says, "Why are we still talking about Bregman? Yankees are not interested in signing him. Bellinger hates him. Oh, Yankees are not interested in signing him. Bellinger hates him. Cole doesn't even like him. Career 208 hitter, batting average at Yankee Stadium costs at least 25 mil. Yeah, I mean, we're still talking about Bregman because he's a free agent. That's why. But I keep saying, I don't see the Yankees signing Bregman at all. What up, Mo Money? If Arenado ends up with the Dodgers, then Muncy should be on the block. Also, that should take them out of the Murakami sweepstakes next offseason. That Mo Money, it definitely could. It definitely could. You know, Freeman, and then they would have Arenado. But who knows? Maybe Murakami says, "I just want to play on the bench. If it's in LA, I want to be off the bench, man." Maybe. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if he does go to the Dodgers, it would definitely free up Max Muncy. You're not wrong, though. You are not wrong. BLK in the chat. Bregman would be better, but I'm glad the Yankees are pursuing Arenado. Arenado would be cheaper too. It would be a cheaper route for the Yankees because, like I said, right now he's due $64 million. What's left on that contract, and the Cardinals might have to take on some of that money. So he would be cheaper than Alex Bregman would, and it would be a shorter contract. We have more chance of getting the Cardinals to eat money than we have in getting the Cardinals to do that. Rolling says 3 years with an opt-out after 2 for... Yeah, I mean, he's not going to want that, though. Bregman's not going to want that. That's the thing. Bregman does not want to take a short-term deal. What's up, Griffin? Arenado and Judge both born in the month of April. Yeah, he's 1 year younger than Judge is. He's 1 year younger. I'm talking about the Padres? Okay. Steve says, and then there is Brendan Donovan. Yeah, it's another name, but I just haven't heard anything about him, bro. I haven't heard anything about Brendan Donovan. If they move Arenado, that shows you that they want to keep Brendan Donovan. So here's his contract. This is Arenado's contract right here. So he's making $21 million, 16 in the 15, but the Yankees want the Cardinals to take on some of that money. But I'd be okay if they just traded Stroman, but I don't think they want Stroman. So in order to make this work, maybe the Cardinals have to eat 10 mil. Maybe. What's up, Jacob Petruzzi? Cardinals won't trade Donovan. The fan base loves their scrappy guys. I don't see it happening either. I haven't heard anything about them trading Arenado. Yeah, the Rockies are some of that. Actually, let me go down and read it right here. Yeah, so the Rockies will send St. Louis the remaining $20 million to be paid out, $4 million. So the Rockies are paying them $4 million. If Arenado does opt out, which he did not, Colorado will pay. So he didn't opt out, so that's kind of like for nothing. So Pedro, yeah, so the Rockies are paying him $4 million for the next 3 seasons. So if you look at that, that's not that bad. Like, his contract's not terrible. So I don't know. The Yankees were being really aggressive. Like, let's take on some of that contract, Cardinals. Bregman will have to compromise wherever he goes. It's late in the game. Look at Alonso. Yeah, exactly, man. But he's not biting. He's not biting. That's the thing. Pete Alonso took a home discount and went back to the Mets. I don't think he would have took that contract from anything else or any team else. We have some news. The Yankees, it's not big news, but Contreras, the guy that we claimed a couple of weeks ago, is now off the team. Ronzi Contreras was claimed off waivers by the Orioles. Additionally, the Yankees have outrighted Alan Winans off the Major League roster and onto the roster of AAA. Winans has been invited to 2025 Major League Spring Training as a non-roster invitee. So there's a little roster move update there for the Yankees. Yeah, they overpaid for him in my eyes, Griffin. What's up, Steve? But it was only a 1-year deal, so it's not going to kill the Mets, but they had to pay a lot of tax for it. If the relationship between Arenado and the Cardinals is that bad, why not want to go to the AL champs? Exactly, Frank. Come on over. Come on over. That's to get Hill on. Yeah, that's true. Because I saw we DFA'd Alan Winans. And then I guess we decided to shift him to AAA instead. And then Ronzi is gone. So we will remember this day, Ronzi. Thank you so much for your service. And I hope you fail in Baltimore. Sorry, that was mean. That was mean. But how are y'all feeling, guys? We got 106 in the chat. Hit that like, subscribe if you're new. We're closing in on 9,000 subscribers, man, which is unreal. Thank you so much, y'all. We are 2 subs away. That's awesome. Thank you so much. 2 subscribers away from 9,000 subscribers. Max, do you think Nolan is a real... I think so. I mean, it's reported by someone from MLB.com. So it's not like... You're not just seeing this on Twitter. You're not just seeing this made up in La La Land, right? It's a legit source. John Denton from MLB.com. So, if there's smoke, there's always fire. And right now, 3 teams are in on Arenado: Red Sox, Yankees, Dodgers, while they show our brand new first baseman down here. Look at good old Goldschmidt. Nice and clean cut. Ready to rock and ready to roll. Still doesn't look like the Yankees will go for Arenado if they can't relocate Stroman. I don't think this would block it, but Pedro, it would make... I know for a fact it would make the Yankees feel better if they can move Stroman in order to make this deal. Because that's another... Say if they do take Arenado and he's making 21 mil, so it's just... I hope they make a move. I hope they make this move. Oh, let's go. We hit 9K. Aye. Oh. Throw some confetti out there, baby. Throw some confetti out there. Let's go. Thank you so much, y'all. 9K. 1,000 more till 10, and then we're doing a jersey giveaway. When I hit 10K, I'm doing a jersey giveaway. So let's go, man. Thank you so much, guys. We did it live, too. That's awesome. Michael in the chat decided on Peraza, and if it doesn't work out, then oh well. Peraza's on his last shot, Michael. So definitely, if they don't make this move by spring training, I think they are going to just ride it out and see what we have in house, honestly. Ken says, I threw 5 fastballs. The jug gun had me throwing at 91 to 92 miles per hour. Ooh, dang. Yo, Ken. Yo, let's sign Ken to a league minimum deal. He can go out there and try to get Ohtani out in the World Series. Come on, Ken. We believe in you, sir. Thank you, John. Thank you, Savius, Alex, Michael. Thank you so much, everybody. Eddie. Pedro, Steve, y'all are the best. Action BJ. Thank you guys so much. Sean says Clark Schmidt, Peraza, Everson Pereira for Arenado, Stroman to Miami for Andrew Nardi. I mean, I don't know if I could include Schmidt in that trade for Arenado, because right now he's the 5th guy in the rotation, especially if you trade Stroman away. If you trade Stroman and Schmidt away, then now we're in a bad spot. Now we have Carlos Carrasco as our 5th guy, and I don't want to see that happen. You know, so. Ken with a $5 dono, popping confetti, says congratulations on the 9K, brother. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, Ken. I appreciate you so much, bro. Can't do it without any of you guys, man. You are all the heartbeat of this channel, man. I tell you that all the time. The best co-host I can ever ask for, man. Right here. Right here. Thank you all so much. I don't want Carrasco to replace Schmidt, though. That's the thing. Schmidt's better than Carrasco. Nardi's hurt? I didn't see that. I haven't seen that, but I also haven't really kept up with Miami that much. All right, let's take a look at this Brian Cashman here. This was what I wanted to do at first until we saw that news with Arenado. So let's take a look at some of this Brian Cash. I haven't watched it yet because I've been working, so we're gonna watch it together. But let's take a look at this Cashman interview. And actually, happy birthday to Jason Dominguez today, by the way. It's his birthday. So happy birthday to the Martian, baby. Good, big season ahead for him. All right, so let's start with the beginning. Looking forward to seeing, hopefully, a 2025 version of the Yankees that's a little bit more athletic, a little bit better defensively, that can really still pitch. This is Brian Cashman, his first 5 minutes here. Hold on, bringing it up. See how I can hear it. I can bring it up here. Oh, my boy D-Rod popping some confetti. He says, with a $10 dono, 9K Max is all because of that fancy haircut you got yesterday. Now you can get something from Target when the hand of fantasticness goes shopping. Yeehaw! Thank you, D-Rod. Appreciate you, my boy. Thank you, man. Hey, maybe I go to Target next time. I don't know. But you are the man, D-Rod. You are the man. So here we go. Here is the Cashman interview, guys. Let's watch it together.
Now, Brian, let's talk about some of the latest news. You've come to terms with free agent pitcher Tim Hill. Of course, he was with you last year. Let's talk about the value that he adds to that bullpen, not only as a lefty, but how unique his delivery is.
Yes, he definitely comes at you, from a hitter's perspective, from a weird spot, right? A different angle, a different arm slot that you're not used to seeing. So it's definitely an alternative that we feel it's a benefit to have to throw with Aaron Boone with his bag of choices out there. And listen, we also saw last year he showed he's not afraid of pitching in this environment. He throws strikes, he gets soft contact, and again, just no stage is too big for him, and that's got a lot of value here for the New York Yankees.
So, Brian, I'm wondering, you're always working the phones, you and your staff, I understand that, but do you feel with spring training starting on the 11 pitchers and catchers reporting that this is a finished product right now? Are you happy with this team going into the season?
You know, you can never say. I'm excited about what, you know, we put together. I think, you know, listen, we're more athletic. I feel like we've upgraded in a lot of areas that needed to be tended to. I think we had a great team last year, but again, it was an imperfect team at the same time. And as we try to, you know, bang out the rough edges, I feel like we were able to do that in some cases. And looking forward to seeing, you know, hopefully a 2025 version of the Yankees that are a little bit more athletic, a little bit better defensively, that can really still pitch. We brought a bunch of strikeouts in that bullpen, and added the obviously important starting pitcher in Max Fried to the rotation. So there's a lot of areas that I think we've been able to address. So I'm excited to see what it looks like and if it plays the way we hope.
So having said that, as we sit here today, Brian, is there, in your opinion, one biggest strength for the Yankees going into spring training?
You know, I'd still think our pitching would, you know, be a strength, as you know, as I think you would hope it to be. You know, I think obviously when you have a rotation with all the names that we have, with the addition of Max Fried to top it off, and you know, a bullpen that now, you know, last year was the first year that even though our bullpen performed, it wasn't maybe as good a bullpen as I was used to having personally. And, you know, it's on paper right now, but I think we've addressed a lot of areas in the pen so far, especially where the strikeouts are coming. We can bring guys in that can strike people out. You know, whether it's the Devin Williams or obviously a Fernando Cruz, or, you know, we got Johnny Loizaga coming back at some point.
Taking a look at that bullpen right there, I mean, the projected bullpen options: Devin Williams, Luke Weaver, Ian Hamilton, Fernando Cruz, Jake Cousins, Tim Hill, Mark Leiter Jr., Jonathan Loizaga. That's a dominant bullpen in my eyes. That's nasty.
When he finishes off his rehab, that's exciting. You know, a full year of Mark Leiter maybe. You know, he brings a lot of strikeouts. So ultimately, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but at the end of the day, I think that you know, the strikeouts in the bullpen, along with Max Fried to the rotation, pitching was already a strength last year, and I think it will remain to be.
All right, so let's piggyback on that rotation by getting Fried. That's 6 starting rotation pitchers that you have now, and one of them is Marcus Stroman. It looks like he is the 6th starter. Are you looking to trade him, Brian? And if you don't trade him, do you worry that an established veteran would feel comfortable being the 6th starter? I know anything could happen in spring training with injuries and by performance, but the way it looks now, it looks like he's number 6. Does that concern you moving forward?
Well, we're going to have to see how it plays out, obviously. I think first and foremost, he's a better pitcher than what we saw in the second half. I think our defense let him down significantly. We were unable to convert many double plays that should have been converted last year, and that hurt him more than most. You know, if you look at his home road splits, you know, Yankee Stadium and that right field porch, I think, bit him a little bit as well, because we added all those extra outs. We didn't have a great defensive team behind him last year, and I think it affected him.
I was saying, my bad, I was muted. I was saying Brian Cashman took a lot of shots at Gleyber Torres in this. Not a lot of shots, but like he took some shots at Gleyber Torres during this interview, and Gleyber felt some type of way about it. And he tweeted something, which I think he then deleted. It's like some emojis and stuff like that, but I know for a fact Brian did take some shots at Gleyber. That was a little shot when he was saying a lot of the defense kind of let him down, a lot of double plays that wasn't turned. I think that was directed at Gleyber.
Mentally, as much as just by performance-wise. The game, you know, he wasn't, you know, he's not a strikeout guy. He's a contact guy, and I think way too many times in the games he pitched, we were given extra outs. You know, he was going to have to pitch through an inning with 4 or 5 outs rather than 3, and ultimately a big inning would show up that would wind up on his ledger, unfortunately. So his home road splits obviously are a lot different. He's certainly a better pitcher last year if you look at the numbers on the road. So ultimately, I feel like we as a team kind of let him down with what we did behind him on his starts. And not sure what's going to transpire. He's here, and we're looking forward to him, contributing like he did last year, and how it shakes out and whether, he's in the rotation or not. I think that all remains to be seen. As you know, you always open the season when February hits, all of a sudden you start seeing around the camps, and we certainly hope it stays away from our camp, but unfortunately injuries do hit, and you can't have enough quality pitching, and Stroh is still definitely a quality pitcher.
Well, I think what he said was just to be polite and to kind of keep things on a good level. Ultimately, I do think they're actively trying to shop Stroman. But, of course, he can't go out there and say it, directly, because that's going to put a bad taste in Stroman's mouth. But he is there. He said he is there in camp, or he'll be ready to report and stuff. Here's the next bit.
Brian, I'm just curious, as you potentially look for a trade partner, either for Stroman or for somebody else on the team to try and improve the team, is your job easier right now in trying to do that, or once spring training hits and the players are in camp and things are developing and maybe players become more available?
Yeah, I'd say a lot. Currently, the free agent market's kind of, still hasn't finished off. There's a lot of players that have better quality that are still available. So in terms of, I think if you're in the marketplace looking for starting pitching or anything specifically, but starting pitching, there's been a number of quality starters that still have been available and remain on the marketplace. And so the question comes down, do you trade for somebody, or do you sign somebody that you don't have to give up talent for, or try to find a match for, that way. So because the inventory that's remained, I think it's stagnated a little bit of the trade side of things. And so I think every year is different, and it all depends on what's available in the marketplace on the free agent side. And if there's a surplus, then that takes a drag on the trade values. And then and if there's obviously a limit of talent, then it's going to push teams into the trade front. And you can certainly make trades in the spring, no doubt about it. Teams usually want to wait and see what they've got and how it shakes out. But once the injuries start happening and needs start piling up, then obviously a lot can happen then there too.
Brian, you've mentioned defense a lot. You have really improved the defense of this team. I just want you to walk us through the decision-making process of having Jason Dominguez. Aaron Boone has said he's going to play left. Bellinger is going to play center. Dominguez certainly seems more comfortable and has played a lot center field. He wasn't comfortable on left last year. Why are you going that way rather than have Bellinger, who said he's very, very amenable to actually playing anywhere, left, center, or first? Why are you going with Dominguez and left rather than center?
Yeah, I think it's still all open in the air. I know Booney's addressed that. I think his preference is definitely left, and we'll see how it all shakes out. And I don't disagree. The primary position that clearly Jason Dominguez is used to playing is center. And I wouldn't rule out, again, if he doesn't handle left, then we'd have to look at center. It just the difference now is we're going to have a nice runway of 6 weeks to kind of take a look and inventory that as it plays out, and how he looks and stands up defensively and mostly in the sun of Florida, which is the hardest to play under regardless, whether it's left, center, or right, because most of these games down here are going to be day games. So we're going to get a chance to see. But if, whatever anybody says in January or early February, you always have a chance to kind of take the eraser out and change it up if need be. And so I think going into things, there's certain preferences you want to see. And then when the dust settles, the player's just going to have to earn it and then re-earn it every day. So in Jason's case, he's going to have to earn becoming a starter here, just because we hope that, that lane is there for him. We hope he takes it. Doesn't mean he's going to. He's going to have to earn it. And so we're excited to see what that talented young man can do with regular reps at the major league level. And I know Booney's committed currently to play him in left and see how that shakes out. And And I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But we do have the flexibility with Belly if we need to flip it, because he's really athletic and he can play left, he can play center, he can play first, he can do a lot of things. And that was one of the interests of why we kind of had him on the sidelines waiting to see how the Soto thing shook out. And if we had to pivot, we knew that he'd probably be there to pivot too. And if we could make a deal, it'd probably be in our best interest.
My boy French, what's up, man? Yeah, Action says, so let Dominguez fail first. Got it. Yeah, I mean, you already knew where I was standing. I'd much rather prefer him starting center, and if he fails, then that's when you kind of change things around. But let's see. Next, I'm trying to find the next one right here. Here we go.
Brian, one final question before we let you go, because you've mentioned the strength of your staff, or the team being pitching, front end to back end. You mentioned Devin Williams. You mentioned Fernando Cruz a couple of times. How confident are you that the back end of your bullpen stacks up with anybody? And what is it about the Yankees organization that seems to bring out the best in these pitchers? For example, I go back to Tim Hill last year and how much he came along and became such a key contributor. Why are the Yankees so good at that, in your opinion?
You know, I think it's a combination. I think they have to tie our pro scouting department connected to our analytics department, connected to our tremendous coaches that we've hired, whether it's obviously Matt Blake or Sam Green that runs our player development pitching side. The collaboration between all of those personnel has consistently led us to targeting various people that might have some, things that they can unlock and improve upon. And, not all of them are success stories, but it's certainly, we've had our fair share of success stories of guys that we've been able to bring in here. And after targeting and seeing, certain characteristics they possess and then putting them through our car wash, and all of a sudden them coming out a lot squeakier, cleaner. And so I got to give it credit to all those different departments and people that are involved. And then more importantly, in the end of the day, the player themselves.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm 1,000% with you, bro. It's Matt Blake, It's Matt Blake at the end of the day. I'm seeing... I think we have one more clip right here. It's about third base, who's the backup catcher, who's going to be batting leadoff. This is the last clip right here for the interview.
As you said, 6 weeks of spring training can reveal a lot for a team, and it might reveal, and we've talked about this on our Hot Stove show, who your leadoff hitter could be. We've kicked around the names Bellinger, Volpe, maybe even Jason Dominguez. Is that feasible? Do you see yourself as having a legitimate leadoff hitter right now?
It's certainly something we've talked about internally, and obviously Aaron Boone. In the end of the day, it's his decision to make on what he wants to do. I know he's told me what he's leaning to. I don't know. I don't necessarily read the papers, so I don't know if he's publicly revealed what he's leaning towards.
Hold on, real quick. My boy John, my bad, I missed this. John with a $5 dono says, "Let's get to 10,000 subs, and someone tell Cash he's not allowed to have facial." Bro, thank you so much, man. Popping confetti all over the freaking place. Thank you, bro. You are the man, John. You are the man. Thank you so much for the support, man.
But I know what he's leaning towards, and I think obviously if he hasn't revealed it publicly, I don't want to say it, but I know we'll take advantage of the spring and see how it looks. And but listen, he's going to have a number of choices. The bottom line is we have a nice, well-rounded, balanced lineup, and he's going to have an array of choices of how he wants to stack these guys. That's the most important thing.
Brian, there are no perfect teams. It's just unrealistic to think that. When you look at the moves that you've made, you've put together an excellent team. But there's two positions I want to ask you about. Are you okay with what you have in your organization as a backup catcher? And are you okay with the three guys we keep hearing one of them being the third baseman when the season opens against Milwaukee?
So on the first, on the backup catcher, it was tough. It was a tough decision to make to trade Trevi. Very, it's extremely hard worker, really capable, plug and play guy, ready to go. He's a free agent at the end of the year. And once Austin Wells, kind of emerged and took the starter's role, and if somebody rang my bell a little bit, and compelled me, I would consider it because we have a lot of good catching depth that we're excited about. So, I'm comfortable that we have some guys that, with some growing pains, could be really good for us, and could be really good for us right out of the gate. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it plays out. So, but I felt like with the 6 months left on Trevi, prior to free agency, and him being now relegated to the backup role, and the opportunity to bring up Fernando Cruz in here, who's got one of the most lethal strike out pitches in the game with that split finger. I felt that the end of control years, I just felt like it was something that was worth doing. And so I look forward to some of these young guys in. We were able to kind of balance that deal a little bit by getting Alex Jackson back in the deal. He's a great defensive catcher. He fits the prototypical, role of a backup, and he has been a major league backup already. Obviously, the bat's obviously not something. If the bat was as good as it was supposed to be, then he'd be an everyday guy. But he's on a non-roster invite. Certainly not committed to being the official backup.
He's hitting 122
how he
last
plays
year.
First and foremost, and how he handles our staff, and how he competes with the other guys. And so, between some of our young guys that are pushing up the ranks, I think we should be covered. But yeah, there's a risk there regardless, because Trevi was, someone that not so long ago was never their starting catcher in the big league.
And how about third base, Bri?
Third base, obviously, we're going to switch back and forth. I don't know which way we're going between Jazz at third, Jazz at second, Jazz, depending on who's on the mound. Obviously between, Peraza, Cabrera, DJ LeMahieu, Vivas, we're going to have some guys taking some reps, trying to earn a spot, whether it's at second or third. The flexibility that the athleticism of Jazz provides gives us, the ample opportunity to play it out. I'll be comfortable when somebody solidifies that, or whether it's a platoon situation or it's a solo shot. When I acquired Jazz to be our second baseman and move Gleyber to third the rest of last year. Booney wanted to do it the other way. He moved Jazz to third after we got him, and Gleyber to second, and kept Gleyber at second because Gleyber didn't want to move to third and was unwilling. So Jazz wanted to get baptized in a position he never had played it well enough, and now gives us a little bit more flexibility entering the 25 year. I don't know how it's going to play out. I do think we can have one of these candidates emerge, or multiple guys emerge into a platoon situation at worst, or a solo shot at best. And if not, there's always the marketplace to play around with as we move forward.
Yeah, it seems like he just has no idea what's going to happen on third base. Eddie says we have got more information on Max Covers than Cashman's interview. That's my job, Eddie. That's my job, man. But yeah, it seemed like they don't have a clue what the heck they're going to do for third base. The fact that he said any given day it could be Jazz on second, could be Jazz on third. I don't like that. I don't like that answer at all. My guy, play-by-play with JJ in the house. What's going on, brother? How you feeling? You ready for You ready for Phillies baseball? JJ's a Phillies fan. He does the Phillies play-by-play. But man, there's a lot of stuff that was in there that I didn't really like, and that was probably the main one, was the third base situation. It seemed like they have no idea, which is annoying. So Gleyber was upset about that and tweeted. This is what he tweeted. I think he deleted it, but after he saw the interview, he tweeted out, still just turn the page. So obviously he has some bad taste in his mouth. Oh yeah, you got the I forgot you got the Super Bowl first. all of us, we just ready for baseball at this point. But play-by-play with JJ, he's ready for some Eagles to take down the Chiefs. What did anyone expect? He doesn't leak, and he isn't going to tell the world what he's going to... I feel you on that, but it just seems like they don't really have a solid plan for third base. You know, just kind of how like 2023 was with left field. That's what I'm getting at. But, you know, he didn't say anything about who's leading off. He said Booney has a player in mind, but he's going to keep that under wraps, which I understand. That's cool to, like, keep under wraps, you know, but... I hope they have a solid plan for third base, because after seeing that interview and after listening to it, I'm a little scared. I'm a little petrified. Oh yeah, your baseball team's already in Florida for spring. Let's go. Harper home runs 28.5 this year, going under. Load management, I think he goes over. D-Rod, I think Harper hits 31 home runs. FJ says, please, Eagles beat the Chiefs. Yeah, it's like, exactly, D-Rod. You can't show your hand right now. It'll affect trade. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But it just seemed like that third base position, they have no plan. Hopefully they do. But smash that like button, everybody. Got all the new subscribers. Shout out to everybody. We hit 9,000 today, man. Thank you so much. 9,000 subscribers. Y'all are amazing. 1,000 away from 10K, man. Insane. So thank you so much. All the new subscribers, all the OGs, all the members, all the mods, everybody in the house. We had a couple of donos. Ken with a $5. D-Rod with a 10. John Melindra with a 5. Thank you so much for the support. Y'all are amazing. I'm heading out. We got the first of 4 dinners planned for Miss Sydney's birthday weekend. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I gotta, you know, bust out the wallet and, you know, do all that good stuff this weekend, guys. So pray for me. Wow. I'm kidding. See, now I'm in trouble. So now, you know what? Now I should just sign off before I do anything else wrong. But I love you guys. I'm out of here. You guys have a good weekend. I'll try to be here this weekend throughout, but it's going to be a very busy weekend. So if you don't see me, that's why. Okay? I'll see you all when I see you all. So is Little Peach Chicken Grease on Max Coverage TV. I'm out here, guys. Peace! And always, go Yankees. And happy birthday, Miss Sydney. Yeah! Ha!